Hey everyone, welcome back. John Wetz here again with SpiritualityU. Today I want to talk about 5 different things that you can do to connect to your soul or spirit or higher self or whatever you want to call it. 3 of these things are going to be more of a heart-based, like spiritual realm connection, and 2 are going to be more of a dialing in your true core self in like the physical world instead of the, spirit dimension or whatever you want to call it. So the first way to connect to your soul on a heart-based level is through meditation. I know a lot of people say this a lot and whatnot, and a lot of people roll their eyes at it. It is honestly one of the best ways that you can connect to yourself. It's hard for people at first because a lot of people don't really know how to do it. They think if they don't just empty their mind, they're doing it wrong. If you're not used to it, I suggest trying a guided meditation first. There's a lot of people out there with some wonderful ones. Aaron Dowdy and Victor Odo are 2 that have some tremendous self-guided meditations. When you do this, you can tap into a very calm, peaceful center of yourself that you may not even be aware is there. It took me a while to get used to it, but once I did, that feeling just never went away. I was able to more easily reset myself to a better base point for my mood and whatnot. Like I knew who I was at a deeper level, and it wasn't just on like an earthly level either. There are all kinds of different meditations you can do. Like I said, you can do guided ones. You can do meditations where they're completely free form, just listening to music and zoning out and letting yourself flow with it. You can try to do stuff more along the lines of like lucid dreaming or trying to astral project. A lot of people are, like, those aren't real things. They honestly kind of are. I've had a couple experiences with it myself, not real long-term ones, but enough to make me be like, holy crap, this is a thing. Like, this actually can happen. There's a lot of people out there that have had experiences like this as well. People often refer to it as like a out-of-body experience, I think is what it is, OBE or something like that. But there's all kinds of different meditations that you can do. You can do them for like healing yourself. You can do them for just connecting to yourself better. But in general, meditation just allows you to get at a much deeper heart level to your spirit. Breathwork is another wonderful way to connect to your spirit. It is the process of doing a lot of rhythmic breathing, often to music. There's a lot of different videos you can find on YouTube here of them. My first experience with breathwork happened actually just a couple months ago. I've been doing this coaching session or group coaching with Victor Odo, and he brought in a guy named Joshua Michael, who I'll link his YouTube on here. He has a lot of great meditations with breathwork. The experience I had with him doing breathwork for the group was honestly like life altering. I've gone back and done it a few times from the class that we did, and every time I just end up with this like clear mind. It feels like I'm just hyper connected to source energy or my soul or higher self or whatever you want to call it. Like, I cannot explain the clarity that came from doing this, especially the first time. It was just like all the crap that was inside of me was just quite literally just blown out from this breath work. And I felt incredible after both times that I've done it. And I highly recommend it to anyone wanting to connect with themselves or just to see what kind of experience it can bring about. The third thing to connect to your spirit on more of a like heart-based level is past life regression hypnosis. A lady named Dolores Cannon came up with this whole idea of QHHT, quantum healing hypnosis technique. And I got into one, again, from the Victor Odo group coaching thing. We did just a very light one. And honestly, it was also a very transformational experience. There are a lot of people out there that have had past life regressions that come out of it healed from a lot of like physical ailments. You normally need to go to an actual full-on session. They can last several hours, however. Like, this is something that is a little bit lengthy of a time, and you need to kind of do your research before doing it. But if you're already kind of on your spiritual path, or if for some reason this feels like something that you really feel called to do, I recommend searching it out. A lot can come out of it. There's a lot of books from Dolores Cannon that have like transcripts from the different hypnosis sessions she's done with people through this method, and there's a lot of similarities between the stories that come out of it. Basically, it's the idea that you are getting into a hypnosis state where it's no longer your ego or your earthly self coming through. It is your soul speaking, through your body at that time. And you can get a lot of answers to like why certain things are happening, why you have certain medical issues that you have and whatnot. Like answers that honestly are hard to find no matter what. Yeah, there's a bit of a leap of faith that you have to take with believing this stuff, but the more you research it, the more you'll see that there's a lot of people, and I realize, a lot of people believing something doesn't make it necessarily true, but at the same time, when you see so many people having similar experiences with it, and they're not at all connected really, it lends to it being a little bit more credible. A lot of the issues that we have in this life aren't even issues that we gained in this life. It may be leftover trauma that happened in a previous lifetime or was handed down to us from the DNA of our parents. I know this sounds kind of odd, but there was actually a research study done. I'll try to find the link for it and at least link it in the description, where they were able to train mice. I think it was either rats or mice, one of the two. They were able to, with the parent, get it to have like a fear condition. I hate the fact that they did it this way, but they were able to basically train the rat or mouse or whatever it was to be afraid of hearing a bell sound because it got used to experiencing pain right after it heard that sound. They were able to find that the babies of this rat also reacted the same way. Like somehow that instinct or that trained behavior had gotten embedded in the babies of this rat. It lended to the idea that there can be like memories stored in DNA and passed down through different lives. Again, a little bit esoteric of an idea, but that's where past life regression kind of comes in and helps. And there's a whole slew of different stories in the books I mentioned from Dolores Cannon that kind of talk about this stuff happening. So if you're at all into that kind of stuff, highly recommend checking it out. It will probably be life-changing for you. Now let's get into more of the physical ways to like root your soul in your body a little bit, but be in your own vibe, not be so at the mercy of everything else around you, but walk confidently with your soul and you knowing who you are at your core. And the first way for that, or fourth way in this overall video, is just getting out in nature, walking around in nature, connecting with the rest of the world. Like seeing the connection with like the trees, the plants, feeling the wind, like feeling just that very subtle connection between you and the rest of nature. I don't really know how to explain it, but as you start becoming more aware or spiritually aware, there's this sense of connection to everything that is around you, from the blades of grass to the wind, to the bees that are buzzing around, butterflies, everything in nature you can feel a connection to if you just allow yourself. And it's a very powerful way to kind of both see yourself in everything, but see a little difference of yourself as well. It's kind of hard to explain, but every time that I do it, I feel so much more grounded and aware of things. Like it just lets me clear my mind and get back to being me. And the fifth and last thing is alone time, doing whatever genuinely excites you. And I mean actually excites you to your core. Not something that just gives like a quick payoff, but something that makes you feel alive inside when you do it. When you are following that excitement, you are following like your highest guidance through life, basically. And that is a wonderful way to tap into your soul. It seems simple, and it is, but a lot of us do things just for the sake of we believe we have to do them, or we think this will make us happy, because it does give like a quick little, instant gratification type payoff. But a lot of us don't do things that take a lot more effort, and a lot of times those things that take more effort are the things that genuinely excite our soul. But we've gotten so used to that instant gratification that we take the shortcuts to the quick little dopamine hit of excitement or happiness or whatever it is that's released. I may be using the wrong chemical or word there, but pay attention to what actually is exciting you and follow that, and you will get back to connecting and rooting yourself, like your full self, in your body. Anyway, I know this is kind of a quick video and I just did like a quick little wrap up of things. If you want to see more on these specific topics or the ways, let me know in the comments below. But I gotta get going for now, guys. I just wanted to do a quick video for you all, and this is something that I felt might help some people out there, because honestly, these are ways that I've used to keep myself kind of in a higher vibe state and just reset when I have to. And sometimes you have to reset in different ways. Sometimes you need to, get that spiritual connection back, or sometimes you need to root yourself in the world a little bit. And that's what these tools are meant for. There's 2 ways to root yourself in the physical world, and then 3 ways to kind of get out of the physical world a little bit and remember the soul side of you, the side of you that is eternal, the side of you that's immortal, that just goes on forever, that you forget about when you come to Earth, but deep down, a lot of us know is there. We just don't have any proof of it. It's kind of it's like any other religion or anything like that. You gotta have a little faith and trust in it. But for me, there's a deep resonation there, or deep thing that just resonates with me of, this is the truth. This is at least my truth. Like, I know there's something to this. So anyway, love y'all. I'm gonna catch you guys soon.